Hey guys, I got a great video for you today. One of the most frustrating shots out there. You're into the wind. We got a nice 15, 20 mile an hour wind in our face. It's already making us a little bit intimidated. We're not sure if we can get there. We really grip hard on the club. We're really, going to take this big aggressive swing. We swing as hard as we can. The ball goes straight up in the air. The wind beats it up and it falls down 20 yards short of the green. It happens to all of us. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can get that ball to penetrate through the wind to make sure that you get to the green every time. I got some good tricks for you. They're going to help you out right away. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so today I got my flight scope out. It's going to register some of the spin rates, the distances for me. I'm going to start out with an 8-iron here, and let's pretend I'm sitting down the fairway right now. Let's pretend that I'm going into the green and I got this 20 mile an hour wind in my face. So the one thing that I want to have happen is I want to keep that ball fairly low, and I want to keep this backspin off the ball. As this ball starts to get a lot of backspin, so you imagine as this ball starts spinning this way, as it's coming into the wind, beating up against the wind, the bottom of the ball gets a lot of friction. The more spin you have, the more rise that creates, and the more the ball goes up and down instead of penetrating through the wind. Also, the higher we launch the golf ball, the more that wind is going to beat it up. So we want to keep the ball nice and low, and we want to take as much spin off of it as possible. So now I'm going to try, that hard hit 8-iron. I'm going to go take a good aggressive swing at this one, and let's see how much spin we get and what the carry distance is. There you go. So I swung nice and aggressive at that one. Pretty straight shot. Let's see what the flight scope picks up. And we had 77, 67 backspin. So 7,700 RPMs of backspin, 160 yards carry distance, and that was the 8-iron. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we want to get that ball to launch lower like I talked about. So I'm going to get rid of the 8-iron and I'm going to go to my 7-iron. Now the 7-iron is going to go a little bit too far. That may be okay if we're into the wind. We may have a little bit extra club and that'll be fine. But assuming that this is going to be a little bit too much club, what we're going to do is we're actually going to choke down on it about a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. Whatever makes it comfortable to choke down. So that's going to take a little bit of that distance off there. So I have a little too much club. If I hit it nice and solid, it penetrates through the wind. It's going to go over the green. So I need to choke down to shorten the distance of this club. So a good example of how that works is your driver has a very long distance. As you swing that, it creates a lot of club head speed. Your pitching wedge is much shorter, 5 or 6 inches shorter. As you swing that, it's not going to create as much club head speed. So that's why we want to choke down, to take a little bit of speed off of this. Number 2, I want to go ahead and be nice and soft. I don't ever want to rush this shot. I want to be nice and smooth as I'm coming back and through. I don't want to try to accelerate very quickly or I may start hitting down into the ball too much. And then number 3, I want to hit a little bit off the top of the club. That's actually going to create what's called a gear effect. So as you hit this golf ball, if it goes off the top of the club actually opens up a little bit and puts what seems like top spin on there. It actually grabs on the ball, puts a little bit more, it's not really top spin, but it's just less backspin. So I'm going to choke down on the club. I'm going to take one extra club, nice easy swing. I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to try to kill the ball. If I try to kill it, I'm going to end up hitting down too much, getting too aggressive and getting too much spin on there. And then number 3, I'm going to hit a little bit high on the face to help take some spin off there. Let's go ahead and try one out. There we go. So I actually hit a little thinner than I wanted to. I wanted to hit a little bit higher on the face. So it's probably not going to have quite as low a spin as we could. Took a nice easy swing. Let's see how that did around the distance. So I actually kept it exactly the same distance. The first one was 160, nice full swing. I took the 7-iron out and I hit it 161 yards. So exact same distance. And my spin rate went down to 6,800 RPMs of backspin. So that really got the ball to penetrate through the wind. If I had hit a little higher on the face like I wanted to, then that would have allowed me to really keep that ball low because the spin would have been even lower than that. The important thing here is if you look at the 2 shots, the second one had a vertical launch of 13 degrees, so it stayed nice and low. And the first shot had a launch of 19.9 degrees, almost 20 degrees. So I actually got the ball a lot lower on its trajectory. Part of that was due to the club, and part of that is because I was coming nice and easy, swinging through it, and I choked down on the club a little bit. So take those 3 tips out there. 1 extra club, choke down, swing nice and easy, hit a little bit higher on the face. All right guys, hope y'all really enjoyed this video. If you did, I got a fantastic bonus video for you, an entire bonus series. Now all the pros out there, the longest hitters in the world, they're getting a lot of lag and they're releasing that lag to generate club head speed. I got a video that's going to show you your #1 lag mistake. One of the most common ones that I see You're going to get instant access to that when you click the link that pops up on your screen for those of you that are on a desktop device. For those of you that are on a mobile phone, a tablet, an Android, go ahead and click the iCard up on your screen or down below in the description, and you'll get instant access to that video, plus 5 videos for my Top Speed Golf system, which are going to go over the 5 most important pieces of the swing to get power, to get accuracy, and to start beating the heck out of your friends. So good luck to you guys, and I'll see you all in a lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see, and in this drill what we're going to do is we're going to set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're going to try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm going to talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also going to give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building lag in the golf swing. So what we want to do is throughout the swing, I want to have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not going to set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only going to max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be.